like.
Okay, Phoenix Splash, we're back with another reaction video.
Hey.
Anthony, take it away.
Alright, so we'll do another Dirty Loop song. I don't want to say too much. These guys are obviously incredible, all three of them. Let's get right into it.
All right, here we go.
Never thought that I would miss you. Never thought that I would care. But now I paint another picture of all the moments that we shared. Even before the final hour, to my last breath of air, trying to make it through the fire, breaking through the wall. 'Cause I just gotta have it all. Got me working, baby, I tried to win it. I keep on searching 'cause I'm overcommitted. Got me working, baby, I tried to win it. I keep on searching 'cause I'm overcommitted. My world decided to get me spinning round and round. Set the world on fire just for a minute. I thought I was empowered. Guess I acted out in vain. Step over the line, didn't bother. Wrecked out of my mind, I go insane. Even further than I love. Take my last breath of air. Trying to make it through the fire, breaking through the wall. 'Cause I gotta never know.
Did it show his face or did I make it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he makes like a goofy face at the end. It's awesome.
Gosh.
So I want to start to hear from the bass player.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, the first thing I thought was, man, I wish I could play with my fingers. Like, as well as him, I'm sloppy with my fingers. And the thing is, I'm wondering, I may sound like a noob, but I'm not a noob, okay? Just, I'm gonna sound like a noob for a second. On his bass guitar, he had like a red thing. I don't know if that was like muting the open strings or what,
That
like with slap
is
bassing or
An
what is
old
that?
school capo.
Really? That was a capo?
I think so. Because some of the older capos, I think, were around clock.
Really?
I think that might have been a capo.
Well, I
could be wrong.
don't know. Like, for me, or to me, when I tried something like that,
Yeah.
it was for slap basing, so I wouldn't. So the open notes wouldn't ring when I was
Okay.
slap basing.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that's what he was doing. I don't even know if there's such an item, but if there is, I would like one. Because like I hit open notes. But that was awesome, man. We got to see the bass player and more of his technique for sure. That was great.
That one had like a Michael Jackson vibe.
Yes,
for
exactly.
sure.
And I always like, sometimes when I think of trumpets, you know, when we're composing our own music, I always think like it's too cheesy to just play a like a big horn section on the keys.
Uh-huh.
And they did it. It worked. So
Oh yeah.
I do it too.
Yeah.
He's a tenor. Like, man, those vocal notes.
Yeah, his range is pretty ridiculous, yeah?
Yeah, if he's a tenor, he can hit those high notes. It's like if you listen to like the singer of Kiss when he talks, he just talks very high. It's like, man, you can hit the note, like the highest note I can hit while just talking, and it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah. If we were to do this song, we'd have to shift it like 10 keys down, like it'd be just way down.
But yeah, man, and then, dude, that drummer just so good. He had some nice, really, like, he's really good. Like, sometimes, like, the song will just set up, like, okay, here's a big fill, you know, don't screw it up, make sure it, you know, lives
Yeah.
up. And he always knocks it out the park every time. And then they had some, like, I noticed in the chorus is really subtle, but they'd have some, like, almost, like, rhythmic shifts or something. Like, I mean, it stayed in the same, I'm pretty sure it could be completely wrong, but I think it stayed in the same, like, 4/4 or whatever it was in. But they do like some little shifts where it's like, oh, it like almost like a quick metric modulation, or just like quick displacements or whatever that they all
Yeah.
catch together. So
Oh,
that was
yeah.
something I caught like this time around. Of course, I know that was Josh's first time, and I've heard it one or two other times. But I was like, man, there's just so much going on.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about music like this. You can go back and you can hear something totally different.
Oh,
And that bass player just, he's ridiculous.
Ridiculous, yeah. So he's like the bass player I want to be right now. That's the bass player I want to be.
What y'all think as far as the way, like, it's like, I don't even know if it like started off as a solo, but it's like he's got that like crazy stuff going on, and then he kind of backs off and goes into melodic. It's almost like he
Yeah.
did a bass solo or tapping stuff into like a guitar where, you know, he goes into
Yeah.
higher range. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's like a good because like when I'm doing soloing, you know, when you're doing a big solo, you start off like really low notes and really quiet and work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing that on bass, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that? Do you notice like? So is that
Oh, that's
normal?
not a capo.
Yeah, that is normal.
Okay.
The indention.
I know he said apparently like it's really high up. What I don't know what that's called, but he
Like,
said
you mean the bridge is high up? Or
yeah,
what?
or something like that. Or I forgot in a video. There's something he talked about. His is kind of high because he played this old crappy bass guitar,
Oh yeah.
and it was like that. So ever since he only got ones that were like that. Now I'm sure he's got his
What?
custom one. Also, like how many freaking mics they have with that.
Oh yeah,
God.
dude.
So
What the
I talked to Ben about that, and I was like, "Hey, bro," I was like, "So do you think they probably just used one or two, and they just wanted to like just test a bunch?" He's like, "Maybe." He's like, "But honestly, he used to help mix like with some like really big popular bands that would come." He's like, "Bro, you'd be surprised how many mics they would use for their guitars or bass." He's like, "I'd use I think 9 on one of the amps before." So
That's interesting.
Well, you know what you can do? Like, you have all those mics, and let's say you're using Reaper.
mhm.
After you record them, you can put them all on one track.
dang,
Yeah,
so,
that's probably what they did.
yeah.
Well, it's like
I'm sure. Yeah, after they figure out how much they want from.
Yeah, they do their levels, and then they put it
Yeah.
all on mono.
you know, man, I didn't even know that.
Or
So,
stereo track. They can do that too.
but
Which
he-
also I'm sure, because dude, their sound is. I'm talking sound as far as like the mix or whoever. Dude, to me, like everything sounds ridiculously clean. Like that's as clean of a mix like from their band as I've heard from anyone. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that has part to do with it, among with 1,000 other things they're doing. Their drums too sound. God, they sound so good.
well, I guess making it sound like as full as it does, maybe like all those mics help.
Yeah, he's one of the best players I've heard in a long
Oh,
time, bro. He's, especially like even when he's on solo, like just all the funky fills he does, and then like he like does a quick, and then he gets right out the way, and then he's doing like a nice kind of filling it up, especially since they're a 3-piece, you know. It's Yeah, awesome. All right, well, there's Dirty Loops blowing me away every time. But
Yeah.
thanks for watching. This is Anthony.
Chris the Pocket Master.
And Josh, and we will see you in a future video. Don't do that ever again.